Okay, hello. My second attempt at recording this video. First time, I tried playing RimWorld, but that game requires thought, and when I'm thinking, I'm not talking. So I'm playing this instead, because it requires significantly less thought out of me. I'm not great at this game, so we'll see how it goes. I'll turn on the music for you. Good morning or good evening or good night. Whatever time of day it is for you. Yesterday I didn't really do anything. I just, I was in my room all day, TBH. That means to be honest. For those new to the channel. Oh, I changed the channel name because I didn't like the old one, and I found out that the one that I'm using now isn't taken, so I might as well use it. So welcome to Honestly Hayden. It sounds dumb coming out of my mouth, so I don't think I'll say it ever again. But you can read. I bet you can't guess what my name is. Did you get it? Did you guess Gerald? Well, if you guessed Gerald, you're wrong, because my name's Hayden. So. Anyway, yesterday, I was in my room all day, and I was thinking a whole lot. Instead of making a video, I wrote down my thoughts, because I feel like it's a little bit easier to reason with yourself when you can, if you write out both of your, if you write out your thought processes as if they're two different people, then you can go back and read it and be like, huh, I never thought about it that way before. Like, that's what I did. I wrote out my thoughts as if it was a dialogue, like it was a podcast between two people. And then one of the people was like talking about their relationship, and that was me, or represented me. And I realized, like, when I was writing it down, like, obviously there were things I did wrong in my past relationship. Part of the reason I realized that is because I read this article, and it's called, like, my wife divorced me because I didn't wash my dishes or something. And in that article, it gives like what's the word? I don't know the word. A little story. It's not coming to mind right now. You probably know what I'm talking about though. It gives like a little story about this guy, and he wouldn't wash his shot glasses after using them, and the wife got upset, and actually led to their divorce. But it wasn't just about the shot glasses, it was also about all the other little things that he didn't do. And I realized, like, there are a lot of little things I didn't do, because that stuff matters. The little things matter in a relationship, and I just wasn't doing a lot of the little things. I guess, as much as I had used to. And, some of the stuff, like getting the flowers, I didn't really ever do. I mean, I did a couple of times. And it's not like I didn't want to get her flowers before. Like, the reason I didn't is because for some reason our relationship had to be a secret from her parents, even though it didn't really have to be. She just wanted it to be. That kind of pissed me off. Can I be honest? That kind of pissed me off a little, that she was trying to keep it such a big secret from her family when her family probably wouldn't have cared very much. Because when in our senior year of high school, when they finally did learn about me, they didn't really care. So I don't know. I just thought it was dumb. And I felt like the past few years, just missing out on a bunch of stuff we could have been doing because she was too scared to tell her parents about me. Like, we could have done so much more stuff together. We could have gone on so many more dates and stuff, but she was too afraid to tell her parents that we were together. I don't know. That always didn't sit right with me. But anyway. Oh. Yikes. Anyway, what was the other thing? I didn't really post her on social media. I don't post myself on social media, but I started posting on social media for her so that I could post her on social media. So, I don't know. I mean, I hadn't been doing it recently, but I guess that's what really matters. I wasn't doing it recently, and she felt that was kind of me not caring as much as I used to. I guess in a way it kind of was. I guess that was kind of what it was, because the more I think about it, the more I realize, like, I was starting to not like her as much. Like, even though I still loved her and I still wanted to be with her. I guess it's like, you know how old people, they just start to like hate their wife for some reason? I didn't start to hate my girlfriend, but I was like losing like interest in her because of the ways that she was changing. Because I felt like she was becoming somebody that I didn't recognize, really. If that makes sense. And I don't want to force somebody to change to match the way I want to see them. Because I think that's, like, why even be with the person if you just want to change everything about them? So I was just gonna learn to change my tastes so that I could stay with her. But I guess part of me was like, my God, I'm terrible at this game. What was I just saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess subconsciously I was just like, I don't know about this. And it must have manifested in me not, oh my God, am I gonna die again? It must have manifested in me not doing a lot of the stuff that I used to do. And honestly, I can't blame her for being upset about that. Even, like, I said that the reasons were kind of dumb. And maybe they sound dumb, but they're not dumb. They're not that dumb. Poor Gore. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about in relation to that. This time for the main thing that I've been thinking about. That was just a side thing. The main thing I've been thinking about is hope. I think I'm gonna choose hope. Because, again, in the process of writing down my thoughts, I think I said that I was doing that. Process of writing down my thoughts is like a dialogue between two people, two separate entities. I realized, like, I don't want, like I was thinking, I don't want this story to end like with this guy being all sad and alone. Because that's not how I want to, it's not how I want myself to be. So I am choosing to believe that eventually, I don't know when, but at some point, I'll find what I'm looking for. I know it's not gonna be tomorrow. It probably won't even be this semester. Probably won't be next semester either, but I know that eventually I'll find what I'm looking for. And like, I'm thinking about it from a kind of logical standpoint, kind of, because like I've always considered all the girls that I've ever talked to in that way, I've always considered them to be out of my league. Or how do you say it? They're better than me. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm terrible at this game. Yeah, I've always considered anybody I've talked to romantically like that. I've always considered them. I've always considered them to be higher quality than I am. I don't know how to. That sounds weird to say. It sounds really objectifying. I'm not objectifying these people. I'm trying to say that they are, I consider them to be better than I am. But even though I don't know the reason, clearly there's something about me. I don't know what it is. But there's got to be something about me that is attractive to these people. And I'm choosing to hope that whatever that is will help me find what I'm looking for. I know that I'm probably still going to do my thing where I kind of just wait around for something to happen. Because this is the way that I've always felt. I don't want to make things weird. Like, I have plenty of friends, right? I don't have, like, I don't feel romantic feelings towards any of them. Oh. But if I did, I don't think I would say anything. Because I think that would make things really awkward for like the rest of that friendly relationship. And I'd rather just have to just sit there and hold it than make things awkward for myself and themselves and everybody around us, because it sounds terrible. It's inconveniencing everybody with my own problems. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So I think I'm going to continue doing that, because in the grand scheme of things, if I had to risk it, like trying to pursue somebody, I don't know if they feel the same way about me, or if I could just keep them as a friend and let the feelings pass. I mean, I'm gonna let the feelings pass. And then if they start trying to pursue me, then I take that as a go ahead to try to pursue them, because I don't know, that's just the way I've always done it. I guess I only wanna oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. I'm very close though. I guess part of it is I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with me, because I know, like, you shouldn't have to convince somebody to date you, I don't think. If they want to date you, then they'll just do it. So if you have to try to convince them, I don't think that's stable ground for a relationship. But what do I know? I've only been in one. That's just the way I've always seen that. Maybe that's weird. But maybe it's not. Maybe that's how everyone is. I don't know. I don't talk about romantic stuff with anybody, really. Only ever did it recently. With some of my online friends. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Why am I so bad at this game? Maybe him skill issue. Yeah, but I don't really know how any of it's supposed to go at all. I'm just winging it. And I'm rolling with the punches. And honestly, I don't think things are going that poorly for me, if I'm being honest. Like, generally, I'm pretty fortunate. Because I know that some people my age have never been in a relationship, so I can't be doing too badly. I think what I have to do is I have to put myself in more situations where somebody would want to talk to me in that. Why is there an egg? What? I probably should have waited to break that. They're just gonna leave. Whatever. Yeah, but right now, currently, if I want my quote unquote strategy of sitting there and not doing anything and waiting like a chud to work, I have to at least wait in an environment where somebody might want to pursue me, I guess. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably join another club my next semester. Probably get a job too. And, you know, the more people I talk to, the higher chance I'll find exactly what I'm looking for. I think that's a pretty sound strategy. And now I know some of the stuff I've been doing wrong. Like I recognize some of the stuff I've been doing wrong now. I don't really know how I didn't recognize it before. It was kind of dumb of me. But yeah. I'm choosing hope. It sounds stupid, but that's what I'm doing. And hopefully, eventually, I'll find that person. And then it'll be awesome sauce. But I guess I won't know until I find it, so. I'm glad for all the experiences I've had. Because, you know those videos on Reels where it's like, it's just because Tony Stark always learns from his mistakes. That's how I feel right now. I learn from my mistakes. And I'm glad that in all the I guess romantic experiences I've had over the past few years, I've been able to take something away from it. Like my first crush, I was too scared to ask her out, and eventually she just got tired of waiting and went and found some other guy, and that hurt a lot. But thinking back on it now, it made me a more actionable person. It made me, I guess, more willing to face my fears and leave my comfort zone to take a risk on something like that. And, you know, I'm still kind of risk averse in terms of this whole thing. But, there's some risks that I can take now. Like I could ask a girl out, and yeah, I would need to be confident that it would be a good outcome. But sorry, that was like a while ago. I would need to be confident to do that, but that was gross. What'd I pick? I didn't want that. Anyway, that made me more willing to take a risk, because if you don't take a risk, then nothing will change. And then my only real relationship, I realized that whatever I was doing before was really unhealthy, because if I'm being honest, I was I don't know. I was like, you know, the term golden retriever boyfriend? I was kind of like that to an extreme for like the first maybe 6 months of our relationship. Not great. Not great at all. It's actually buns. It's like, I feel like, I don't know how she felt about it. She stayed with me through it, so I don't know. But I know that probably comes off as annoying, like super annoying, and also really overbearing and really honestly toxic. And I realized that in that relationship, and I fixed myself. And so I'm still kind of a golden retriever. I'm not like that to an extreme. I think it's at a manageable, normal level. I don't want this. I guess I'll take that. And then this most recent one, we never officially started dating. We just well, I don't know the terminology. We went on a date, and I thought it turned out well, but she said that she wasn't able to do it, so yeah, that didn't pan out like I had hoped, but you know, it's okay, because we didn't actually start going out, or I don't know the terms, but I think the fact that we never made it official, I think that is really smart, because in my last relationship I never did that. I just asked her out with the help of a wingman, which was her friend, and then whatever problems came up, we just dealt with it during the relationship. And I think if we had dated before we started going out officially, then a lot of that could have been prevented. We probably wouldn't have started dating because I was a chud. But it would have been a helpful learning experience for me. No, I just remembered this just now, but when I broke up with my girlfriend, she told me, I don't regret the time that we were together. And in the moment I was like, oh brother. But I think that was just me, like, oh, I'm running out of time. I think that was just me not wanting to accept it, really. Thinking about it now, I don't regret the time that we were together. I learned a lot. I think it helped me grow into a better person overall, and I'm grateful for the time that we were together, even though I don't ever want to speak to her again. Yeah, even though I don't ever want to speak to her again, I'm still grateful for the time that we were together. Well, legendary. Oh, that doesn't seem that good. Actually, it seems pretty good. I'm just glad that I'm learn maxing. I'm not stagnating. I think if you start to stagnate in that way, then you need to realize that as soon as possible and try to change it, because once you start to stagnate, then it's just downhill from there. That's why I'm choosing hope. I don't want to go downhill. I still got things I want to do. I still have a whole life ahead of me. I'm 19 years young. So I have nothing to be worried about, really. I'm gonna die, aren't I? No, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. What did I don't know what I picked. Get me out of here. But yeah. I guess that's basically all I wanted to say. I can't think of anything else that I need to say. I think this last experience that I had, I think that time, I think that's probably one of the most helpful, like the most, what am I trying to say? I guess that's the most I've developed in college. Okay. I've noticed that, when I'm with somebody, that's like a catalyst for improvement in me, I've noticed. And I guess that's part of the reason why I'm kind of desperate to find somebody, because I guess ultimately, everyone's goal ultimately is to improve themselves, right? I feel like that's probably the case for most people. You want to get better at being yourself. I just slaughtered those frogs. Yeah, but I think this is the most I've developed in college, and I'm really glad I had the opportunity, to be honest, to be able to grow that quickly. Because now, like, it may not have been because of the relationship. It may have just been me getting more comfortable here. I don't know. But I know in my freshman year of high school, I was awkward. I was kind of edgy. Little edgy teenager. I made stupid jokes. Stupid offensive jokes. Luckily, it was freshman year of high school, so nobody really cared except the woke crowd, the woke left. It's not like I said anything like super offensive towards marginalized groups. I just made some jokes about pregnant women. Okay. Nobody I know is gonna see this, so it's okay. But yeah. After my freshman year, though, I was more outgoing. I talked to everybody. Like, actually everybody. I knew everybody in my class, which I could not say the year before. And I don't know if I didn't have, I don't know. I guess it was hard to consider people my friends, because deep down I felt like I didn't really belong. I don't know. I guess that's something I've always struggled with a little bit. But I already know how I'm going to deal with that, because, okay, let's think here. I want to be a game developer, right? So at the start of this year, when I came to college, I was like, I'm going to join the game development club. I went there. I did not know what anybody was talking about, and I felt like the biggest fraud ever. And so I left, and I did not go back, right? But now I have experience in making a game, because I had to do it for a project. And now I feel like I could go there and I could talk to people about making games, because I have made a game. Or I guess it's not finished yet. I should probably go do that after I'm done recording this. But I won't feel like a fraud. And that's kind of my thing, because I feel like whenever I'm put in a place where I don't know what I'm talking about, I feel like I don't belong. That's probably a thing with, I'd imagine that's a thing for a lot of people. But if I learn about what I'm doing and I gain that confidence, I don't feel like I don't belong anymore. And I feel like I'm truly a member of that community. Is that a Christmas present? Like, for example, in my club that I'm in, okay, I guess I'm wearing a hat now. I joined this club, and I did not have any experience doing what this club does. Well, I didn't have any, like, prior club experience doing what the club does. I had done it, like, alone. And I was like, when I was joining, I was like, I'll just see what happens. I know there's probably plenty of people who are better and more qualified than I am. But I threw my hat in the ring for auditions, and I got in. And even though I got in, I still felt like, do I really belong here? But now, I've been doing this for almost a whole school year. I actually feel like I belong in this group. Like, I feel like I don't feel like I don't belong. You know what I mean? You're smart. You have the attention span to watch an at least 20-minute video. It's probably like 30 minutes now, because I died twice. But yeah, once I've been learning a lot, and now I really feel like I belong in the group. And you know, I can do a lot more things now that I wasn't able to do, and I would have never learned to do if I wasn't in the group. Like, I can arrange music now. That's a thing I can do. Even though I don't have any, like, music education, I'm capable of arranging music now, and I just think that's awesome. That's one of the things I'm most proud of. It's the fact that I've joined this group and I've never done anything like it before, and I was able to jump in and I was able to learn all these new skills and fit in with everybody else in the group. And now I don't feel like I don't belong, and now I can actually see these people as my friends. In high school, I guess I would consider them my friends, but it was kind of different because you know how sometimes you'll see a group and they're all kind of tight-knit already. That's how it was for me. And I just find that, I don't know, it's kind of hard to get in there. I guess I managed it though. I guess I would consider them my friends now, even though I don't talk to them as much because they're still in high school and I graduated early, by the way. At my school, we graduated in 5 years, but I took summer classes to graduate in 4. I don't know why. But, anyway. I don't remember where I was going with this. It's a lot easier for me to gain confidence once I feel like I belong. And now I finally feel like I belong where I am. And I have more confidence in my skills. And I think that's making me into a more outgoing person. I'm more able to speak to people. And I think that's one of the reasons I'm hopeful, I guess. Like I'm not as fearful of being seen as a fraud because I don't feel like I am anymore. I feel like I've grown over this year in college. I have confidence. People like confidence, as long as it's not combined with huge ego. I don't think I have a huge ego, so I think I'm not doing so bad for myself. I am going to die. Unless I don't. You know, it's weird how much I've changed in the past month or so. If you watch my first video, you could tell you could tell that I'm not doing great at the stuff I'm trying to do. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can't tell. I don't rewatch my videos. That'd be strange, probably. You know what I've noticed? You can barely hear this music. I'll probably throw something in editing. You know, it'll probably be a loop of the same song, like 4 times in a row, and then I'll change it to a different song. I'll change it to a different song, and then it'll be another loop of the same song 4 times in a row. And you know what I'll do after that? I'll just copy and paste the song, and I'll just double up on them, and it'll be the same thing twice. And you know what? You're gonna deal with it. If you're watching this far, you've already dealt with it, probably. unless I decide not to edit in any music and it's just me talking in near silence, which would be creepy and weird, I think. It wouldn't be creepy and weird of you. It would be creepy and weird for me. I'm gonna give some advice because I think it's kind of important. People don't remember you as much as you think they do. So that can be good and bad. You can choose to behave in a way that makes people not remember you. I'm saying this because in my first semester of college, I had glasses, and also I looked a lot like a chud. I don't know why. I know I looked so dumb coming into college, and I had glasses. The glasses weren't actually that bad. They looked pretty awesome, in my opinion. But I know I didn't look great. Anyway. I was quiet, and I didn't really talk very much. And I didn't make waves, really. And then second semester rolls around. I'd broken up with my girlfriend by this point. And I have contacts now. And you know what? Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed at all that I'd changed to contacts. So if you don't make an attempt to be remembered, then you just won't be. And my first semester, I didn't make an attempt to be remembered. I was trying to do the opposite, actually. And I think that can be good or bad. You can use that to your advantage. You could use this information to your advantage. The fact that you know about it now, maybe everybody knew this. I just assumed that. I don't know. I know that I pay attention. Like if I'm around somebody a lot, I pay attention to them. And so I think I would notice. But most people don't. So if you can use that to try to lay low if you want, and people probably won't remember you. But you could also use that information to make sure that you stand out. And I think if there's a contrast between you laying low and you standing out, that'll make you a lot more memorable as a person. Because I think going into the second semester, I think I became a lot more memorable as a person, and I stand out a lot more. And I think part of it is because I gained the confidence to want to stand out. But now, I don't think if I spent if I was with somebody for a brief amount of time, I think they'd leave and they wouldn't forget me. They'd remember who I am now and like what I did in that short interaction. And it certainly helps that I have kind of a unique appearance, in my opinion. I don't think there's a lot of people that match what I'm going for. Banishing that. I don't know, maybe it's not unique, it doesn't really matter. What matters is what matters is I want to be remembered now as I am. And so I'm going to be remembered because I'm making the effort to be remembered. I guess what I'm saying is, if you try to be remembered, you'll succeed. And on the other side of that coin, if you don't want to be remembered, then don't try to be remembered. And people most likely won't remember you. It's kind of interesting how that works, really. Looks like we're going to be wrapping up here soon. It'd be funny if I died to some random enemy. Ooh, that was a close one. I don't know if you can tell by watching these videos, but I am not a normal person. In real life, I act like a weirdo because I think it's fun and I think it's funny. Because it doesn't really matter. I guess I'm hoping that through the way I act, I'll find somebody else who acts kind of the same way. Because, I don't know. Oh. I act this way because I think it's funny, and I think it's kind of interesting. I guess that's why my way of being interesting. I said in my last video, I don't think I'm that interesting. I guess I try to be interesting by being a weirdo. And I think by being weird, that'll attract the kind of person that accepts me being weird. Because I don't just act weird for the reasons I said. I'm also just a weirdo. It's not like a calculated thing. It's just kind of how I am. But, yeah. I guess I'm just hoping I'll find somebody who accepts the weird side of me, so I'm just more open about it, because I don't want to start a relationship and then they're like, ooh, you're weird and you didn't tell me, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna break up with you now. Yeah, I don't want that. I think you should always be honest when trying to start something like that, because why lie? Why male models? But But why male models? Yeah, you should always be honest in that kind of situation. Generally, you should always be honest, but oh, I've been killed. Don't know what that was about. There's not a new record. I just hacked. Anyway. Yeah. It's good to be honest with yourself. It's good to be honest with whoever you're interested in getting in a relationship with, because presumably, I mean, this should be normal. In my opinion, this should be normal, but I know that some people don't find it normal, or some people don't do this. I think, like, in my heart, I want to date to find somebody I could live out the rest of my days with, like an old grandpa. But I don't see how you can do that if you're not honest. And some people, they don't care. They really. Some people really don't care either way about that. They just want to have fun, I guess, and I've never really gotten that. Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, I actually have stuff I need to do today. Because yeah, I have stuff I need to do. But this is a more positive video, and if you're watching this far in, I'm glad you did. I hope you could take something away from this. Learn from my actions and mistakes, so that you hopefully don't make those same mistakes. And if you do, that's alright, because if you have the attention span to watch let's see how long this is, a 57-minute 30-second video this far in, I'm sure you have the maturity to learn from your actions, like Tony Stark. Anyway, thanks for watching, and oh, there was no game audio that whole time. Well, goodbye. I'll throw in some music, don't worry.